Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. So I took a deep breath and I tried this Presto canner again. So these are the results of my second canning session in the Presto 23 quart canner. As you can see from some of these jars, I have siphoning once again, and I made doubly sure that I wasn't putting the lids on too tight. So this is the hamburger. You can see the level is way down because you can see where the fat layer is, and it's down quite a bit from where I filled it up. And I expect it to be down maybe a little bit, but I did not expect. This is the first time in all my canning that I can confidently say that I have had siphoning this bad. Never, ever, ever. I mean, even when I first started canning, I never had siphoning this bad. So obviously, I'm doing something wrong, or I don't know what the problem is. The broth that I canned with it doesn't seem as bad. The hamburger is what is really bad. As you can see the level is pretty well where I put it. And then this poor guy, I don't know what happened to him. But the thing about this is, it's the next day. I've actually checked the seals on these. I've taken the bands off, checked the seals, and they were all good. I actually washed up these jars. But if you look at this is a total shock to me. Total shock. Because I'm checking all the seals again and they seem to be fine. I'm making sure, double checking, because I've already checked them, I've washed them, because after 24 hours I check them just to make sure that they're sealed, and if they're not, I'll put them in the fridge and use them right away. So when they're sealed, I will wash them up in some warm soapy water and make sure once again that my seals are good. I'll dry them off and I'll go to label them, and this is what I was doing here. But this one I was going to use up anyway because the level on it was so low. But as you will see in 2 seconds, I have a surprise with this particular jar, and the coloring is off. This seal has failed, and I double checked it. Before I washed it, it was fine. Now when I double check, I lifted up what I call the fingertip test. I lift it up, and as you can see, there's a lot of food up around that seal. I lift it up, I flick it with my finger just to make sure that seal is tight before I put it in that warm soapy water, but apparently this one failed after the fact. I will say on this particular canning session, I did have one, what I call false start, where it dropped below, for me, 11 pounds of pressure. So I adjusted my burner, and I do cook on an electric glass top stove. So I adjusted it, and I was able to maintain between 12 and 13 pounds of pressure. So I don't know if that helped to, it probably added to the siphoning problem, as well as this particular jar failing. I will say all the hamburger was on the bottom and all the broth was on the top, except for one hamburger was on the top. I don't know if that contributed to it, the siphoning, or what, but it seems like what is on the bottom is siphoning more than what is on the top, in this particular instance anyway. So I don't know what I should do, if I should just go back to canning in my electric canner, or try to, there I am checking the seals once again, because I've already labeled them and I'm going to pull them down in my cold room. I really don't want to have these things fail. It's no fun going to your pantry and seeing food that has spoiled after you've done so much work to get it into your pantry and stored away for your family. And I got this Presto 23 quart canner because it said it worked on electric glass top stoves. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So if you have any tips or tricks for me, I will link in the iCard here so you can see my first canning session. I pretty much filmed everything that I was doing. Maybe you could see something that I'm doing wrong. If you can put it down in the comments, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day.